Hi everyone, it's Wendy. Welcome back to the channel. Today I thought it would be fun to continue to play with our flip envelopes like we did last time. And this time I'm going to cover them with some of Tracie's Oddments paper. It's an absolutely beautiful kit. It's got a bit of, it's a very faint but has a grungy feel to it. And it has some beautiful botanicals and some lovely kind of industrial numbers and things like that to it. And I thought it would make a nice base and play well with the silhouette kit we used last time. I did print this on default on my printer, which saves you ink. So it makes it not as dark a print, but it's still very visible, and I think it's really, really pretty. So this is our journal we're working in. And this time I thought I would do a little bit different. I'm going to make the envelope flip, but I'm going to put a topper on it, I think. I think that would be kind of fun. So let's see how it goes. I haven't made one yet, so I feel like it's going to work. We shall see. So I'm going to try and do 2 in our time limit. And I will cut paper. Grab this, or the envelopes. We'll do one going one way, so that opening on that side, and then we'll do one with it on the other side. So if I cut them at the same time, then I know that they're going to be one going one way, the flip, and the other going the other way. And you'll see that in a sec. Miss Midge is quite perturbed about something up there. So, let's see. Can I get that to line up properly? The envelopes. Some envelopes are not created equally. How's that? So I'm going to cut that at 4.5. I think that's what we did last time, and we'll save those for something else. And let's get started. Okay. First thing we want to do is, I'm expecting a delivery today, so that might be what's going on. So the Great Wall is continuing to be made. I'm actually able to be in my craft spot today because the wall is up, but the finishings on it, the crack filling is drying at the moment. So once the dusting starts, and I think any of you who have ever been in a home with some construction, you'll know what I'm saying. Once the dust, the sanding starts, and the dust starts flying, yeah, you pretty much have to wait then until the job is over. But I plan to cover a bunch of my things so that it will come together well. So I'm just putting that, I hope the brightness is okay. I'm just going to glue this to the back where it opens and fold that over. So this is going to be the envelope flipping that way. And then we'll do the same with this. Is this going to be the same way? I thought I had turned them over, but maybe I didn't do a very good job of that. So they're going the same way. No worries. There is a direction to where your envelope will flip if you're using the flap of the envelope. So, but no worries if for some reason you don't get it. One going one way, one going the other. I was just doing that more to show you rather than as a design element. So, I think I want to take this, and if I remember correctly, these were at 4.5. I think these were wide enough. So let's just do either end of this page from Oddments, and that will be our bit that we glue to the envelope. And apologies for repeating this process, but I don't know, it's just fun to do. And I thought you might enjoy coming along. So set one aside so as you're not trying to see over all of this mess. I'm going to use this writing part in here because I kind of want the flower to be on the other side. And because the writing is going up and down, that kind of lends it as being not a, not having a problem in terms of orientation on the envelope. So, oh gosh, I hope this glue is going to behave. We shall see. So we just had the girls over for we had them over for a sleepover Friday night. Oh my gosh, they delight us. What can I say? Anyway, there's always a story. You know, when you have grandkids, there's always going to be a story. So I fold that in. And I know that white is awfully bright, but I hope you can see. So when the girls were brushing their teeth before bedtime, and Alice in particular is super curious, and she says, "What's this here, Mima?" And I said, "Oh, that's Mima's hand cream." And she said, "Okay." And she said, "Can I have some?" And I said, "Of course. Let's brush our teeth first." And why do you use hand cream? And I said, well, it makes your hands nice and soft. And, you know, it protects them from getting wrinkles and that kind of thing. And she looks at my hands and she looks me right in the face and she said, well, you have wrinkles. So I just started to laugh and I said, yes, yep, I do. But if I didn't use hand cream, maybe I'd have more. I thought it was a decent comeback. But you can't get away with anything with these girls. What can I say? You just can't. So this time I'm going to go, so that I catch a little bit more of the flower, I'll go this way. Anyway, yeah, she was on a roll. Because then after, or the next morning, we were playing Rat-a-tat-cat with the girls. It's a card game. And Pops is wearing his Old Navy fleece top, which says Old Navy on it, rather largely on the chest. And it's his favorite. It's his favorite fleece top. He has had it for years. And he said to them, they said, oh, Julia, because she's reading now, she said, Pops, Old Navy. And he goes, yep. And then she says, and he says, oh, yes, yep, Old Navy, this is Pops' favorite shirt. Because, you know, I've had it for years. Maybe, he said, maybe 15 years. And you know, this kind of stuff. So he was kind of regaling them with how long he's had it. To which Alice says, well, yeah, Old Navy, because you're old. Wow. We were really taking it on the nose this weekend, I have to say. Anyway, we did have a chuckle with it. And it's always fun because it gives us a story, which is never a bad thing. We like a good story. Wow, that is definitely clogging up. I apologize that you have to watch me try and unclog that. I'm going to have to take this apart after. I should have done it after my last video, but I totally, it's been a couple of days, and I totally forgot that it wasn't doing what I needed it to do. So you could fold that over, but it's small enough that I'm just going to cut it like I did the last one. So, anyway, yes, what can I say? You take them for a sleepover and they basically humble you real fast. Real fast. So this was just over 6.5. So I need to choose a couple of papers that are 6.5 that I might want to use. Okay, I want to definitely use that one with that flower. I think I want that end with that flower. So I'm going to just cut this like so. Could have used my cutter, but oh, wait now. I do want that. Okay, this one I'll put in here. And I probably will cut that other one a little bit differently in a second. So what did we use when we were using the glue stick? Because I am going to have to switch again to glue stick. So I'm sure you all, those of you who have grandchildren, can relate to what I'm saying. They do keep us grounded when we didn't know we needed to be. But there you go. Okay, so this is folding that way. And I want, oh, is this the wrong one? This is the wrong one. I want that flower up at the top. So I'm just going to get it as close as I can. And this will probably curl a tiny bit because it is glue stick. It just means we're going to have to keep a watch on it for if it curls. I usually just put it under something heavy. So here we go. All right. So we'll fold that up, and then this will get folded up. I just want to fold it before I put the glue on it. It just makes it a little easier to stick. And then put my glue there, like that, and like that. Yeah, I think that looks really good. So this becomes our flip, like that. And then this one, I think these are what? Just over 3.5. Because I want to catch this image, I do have to cut here because that's the part I want to tuck into the corner. So I'm just going to go like that. And I think this will go towards the top. Yeah, that'll work out. Okay. So I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to glue all of this. And I know I don't need to glue all the way to the bottom, but I am, or to the top, but I am. I'm just going to fold it over because we're going to cut that at some point. Okay, so then I'm just going to line it up with this side over here, like that. And then we can push that over, like that. And we've got another really lovely sepia-toned, light-colored flip envelope. Super easy. Okay, now where did I put my cardstock? Okay, this is what I'm thinking. I did cut them to the right width. I think I've cut them to the right width. And then I'm going to fold it over. So I'm going to just fold it. You could use a what do you call it? I'm looking at it over there in the corner. Can't think of the name, but you know what I mean. One of those boards for folding, and I just want to make like a little extra flip for this. So before we do that, and I think on this one, I think I like the, I like having these bits on the outside. Okay, so before we do that, let's cut the tops across. You could use your scissors for sure. I'm just going to use this, that, and we'll take the other and go like that. Perfect. And then I'm going to take my circle punch and just make a little divot there. We'll do the same on here. Do a little divot here. I find if you do that one first, it makes it easier for you to line up to do a divot on the top. So we'll do a divot on the top and divot there. Sorry, just moving all my scraps. Okay, so then we're just going to take this, and the reason I did 1 inch is I want it to give enough space at the top that you could get into that pocket. So I'm just going to take my paper again, and I'm just going to put glue on the bottom, a little more than 1/4, probably like 1 centimeter, and glue it there. Let's see if that's going to line up, and that's what you want to check and see if it lines up with what you're doing. And there you've got a flip. And we'll do this one as well. Just put a little bit in the, I guess it is about 1 centimeter because it's more than 1/4 of an inch. And I appear to be throwing my glue stick. So if you give a little bit of space, like there's about 1/2 inch almost up there, that's going to make it easier. So this is where you can realign that. Make it easier for you to put something in it. I'm just pulling that up a little bit so that this is straighter on here. Okay, so there's those. Now you could easily, like you could put a pocket down here on this flip, or you could put a pocket on here. I like not putting too many pockets in one piece of ephemera, and that's primarily because I don't want to have too much bulk. So I'm just going to get my, I've cut these already. These are, let's see, is this going to work? Nope. Those are whale's tail. So I just put my glue on that, and it's on cards, this very same kind of cardstock. It was from a scrap. And do that one as well. And we'll just, the nice thing about this khaki paper, and this is from Michaels, it's their Recollection series. I've been asked that frequently. And it's so beautiful with the color of these papers, this Oddmans paper. Just love it. And then, yeah, and I use it for a lot. I use it for backing tags a lot of the time, especially tags that I'm making from digitals from other people. So yeah. So this is just very simple. I mean, you've seen me do this sort of thing before, but you would put a tag, there we are, like a nice big tag like this one. Could fit in here very nicely, and then you just see the top of it as it closes. And then you can, of course, put a smaller tag in here. I'm mindful of the time, so I'm not looking to make any tags. But we could do a little bit of decorating while we're here, and I'm going to turn this over and set it here. I have, these are beautiful too, and I just love the gentle sepia look of them, and these are vintage scraps from LoveJunkJournals as well. Everything we're doing in the journals are from Tracie. So what I want to do, actually, is I want to cut this side, and then I think what I want to do is kind of tear these out, and you'll see in a minute why I want it one side cut. These were printed on bright white paper settings, so this is the pretty much as dark as they get. Now, I mean, all printers are different. Like I said earlier, they're not created equally, so Was it glue I was referencing when I said that? I can't recall now. So look at that. Like putting something long like that there. Just going to be stunning. Okay, I like that one there. And there's a long one on the other page. I'm going to do that. And you know, you can pretty these up any way you might want to. There's more that can be done, for sure. I'm just going to tear that out. It just gives it another texture, another feel. And then we'll just tear it down here. Should have used, I have one of those kind of serrated tear rulers, but it's tucked away somewhere at the moment. So then this one, yeah, they're pretty. So if we put those like that, line up the top, I like it not hitting. I could have put that on later, but I like it not necessarily hitting that. So, like so. And, whoops, I'm so sorry. I have some of this paper. And do I want to put a little bit up here? I might. Let's put this down first and see, because I think whatever I want to do, I'm going to put it over top. So we'll go right to the top, line it up with the side here. Oh, that's okay. It just goes under. Look at that. It's not 100% dry, so that worked out really well. I love these beautiful light tones. And then we'll do this one as well. Maybe we'll use some more of our washi that we have. That would be kind of fun. How are we for time? Oh, we're good. We've got a few minutes. So I'm going to line that up with this side close to the top based on the placement I saw before. And they just look like they came out of an old book or a newspaper. Isn't that pretty? As I say that, wouldn't it be fun to put a butterfly like up at the top? Okay, I want to do that before I place that paper because I'm not sure we're going to put the paper on, but you never know. We might. We might. But I like the idea of setting the butterfly here at the top. And like I've said, I've been asked, I've got these butterflies, or this washi. I have others too, different color butterflies, and it was something good at AliExpress a couple of years ago. Might even have been 3 years ago. But if you go on Etsy and look for butterfly washi, or if you go on AliExpress and look for it, doesn't that just, oh yeah, that just gives it some real pretty kind of, I want to say gravitas, but boy, that sounds like a big word, doesn't it? But it does give it real a presence. So what I love about the washi is it still allows the paper to come through, the pattern of the paper. Just gonna take that little bit, fold it over, and then we have one more. This is a big one. Yeah, there's a number of different varieties in the washi, so I'm very lucky to have it, I think. And we'll put this one up here as well. So, whoops. I hope you guys are well. We're great. We're, still reeling from our granddaughters telling us we're old, but, like I said, we'll get past it. We'll get past it. How dare they? Our daughter thought it was hysterical. So there you go. Yeah, Pops, you're old. I just think those are super pretty. And maybe, sorry, I got sticky fingers. Maybe instead of putting that blue up there, I could just put a little bit down here. I think that would be really pretty. And of course, you can decorate your envelope flip far more than this. But I just think this gives it just a yummy feel. And you've got all these other spaces I'll just show you in a second here where you can decorate on these. Just setting it down here like that. Oh my goodness, really happy with these. Just looking at the time and looking at my time limit and feeling like we did fairly well for that time limit. Okay, let me pick up my paper. So it opens like that, it opens like this. Put a tag in here, you can put a tag in here. You can easily put a tuck spot here, or a tuck spot here, or a tuck spot here. But like I said, I'm trying not to do too much extra in those sort of tuck spots, because the other thing is you might want to personalize that bit in a journal. So in terms of how it would be used in a journal, it would just be as simple. This one I wouldn't, I mean, you could cover that front page if you want. I just think it's so pretty. Where do we must put, oh, we put that back there. Oh, I set the journal aside that we're working on. So this is the other journal. So I would glue it down on two sides so that you could tuck something in behind if you wanted. And then you've got this and a tuck there and a tuck behind it. And I probably would put a tab on there as well so that it shows that when you open it, you've got a spot, a tab spot. So that's it, guys. That's us doing some more, just rethinking, zhuzhing up a little bit differently, the envelope flip. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Looking forward to Makers Monday tomorrow. I'm going to be sharing some a couple of new folks with you there. Okay, take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.